addition to background or framing shapes, we can add other kinds of shapes to our invitation to give it some style. One of my favorite ways to do this, but that is often overlooked, is using SVGs. SVGs are scalable vector graphics. It's an open source vector graphics file. We could create our own SVGs in Affinity Designer or another vector program, but for this course we are just going to go and find a free SVG on the internet. So I'm going to pop over to Safari. And one of my favorite places to find free graphics is Flaticon. I'm going to go to flaticon.com. And then I'm going to search swirl, because I'm looking for something to make a border with in my invitation. Now, if you were really doing this for commercial purposes, you would want to pay for the icon. I'm going to choose this leaf one here. But since we're just using this for our fake project here, we're just going to use the free download. It used to be a lot more difficult to do this on an iPad, but now that we have iPad OS and Safari has a downloads manager, we can easily download the SVG here. So we'll go and download the free one because we're just using it for our own personal project here. So if we were to use this someplace, we would need to give credit to the author. Now that we've got that, that's actually in our downloads file. So there it is, floral. And we can go back over here and we're going to place it in our document. So if we go to our menu, 3 dots, we can choose place and then place from cloud. We're not actually placing from the cloud, but that's what it shows. Here in our downloads, if you don't see the downloads, you go to browse and then go to downloads. And we're going to choose floral. Now we've got the SVG loaded up and we can go ahead and we can place it. Just by dragging out like that. And I'm going to rotate it by grabbing the handle at the top, holding down one finger on the screen to keep it at 15-degree angles. Now this doesn't look exactly how I want it to, and that's the beautiful thing about working with SVGs, is we can easily edit them because they are vector graphics. The way to do this is just to double tap on it, and this is actually an embedded document, so it will open up the SVG here, and now we can make adjustments to it. The first thing that I want to adjust is the cropping. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to crop this down because I don't want all that empty space around it. Okay, then we just click apply to crop it. So now that that's cropped properly, let's go ahead and select it. And we're going to go ahead and change the color. I want it to be kind of a gold color. Switch to the color wheel here for a second. And we just want to get a gold. We want to stay out of the green range there. Okay, now when we hit our back arrow in the top left, we actually see that here we go. We've got the changed icon here. And if we ever want to edit it again, we can always double tap it. I'm going to change the color just a little bit more. Great. So now we've got the SVG in here and we can use it some more. So I'm going to duplicate it. Duplicate it again. Then I can select over all 3 of them and duplicate that down, bottom, and then rotate it. And there we go. We're getting a nice little border going on. So you can do some different adjustments to that, but the wonderful thing is if we tap in to one of these, we can make an adjustment. Let's just say, so that you can easily see it, that we went to blue. Then if we go back, they all change together. I don't actually want that to be blue though, so tap back in there and bring it back to a gold. The last thing that we want to do here is group our SVGs together. So we're going to go into our Layer Studio, tap on the top SVG there, and then go down, and with 2 fingers, tap on the furthest one. Then just pinch them together, and we get a group of all the SVGs. That just keeps our document nice and tidy. So SVGs are a really powerful way to add graphics into your document in Affinity Photo. And it's really nice that Affinity Photo supports SVGs and editing SVGs natively. It makes the whole process a lot easier. And so that's how we go about adding some shapes to our document In the next video, we're going to go in and we're going to start adding the text, which will be a major part of the invitation.